Let me share with you 9 lines that, if spoken to yourself every morning, can transform your life. Number 1, I am responsible. This is where it all begins. Your life is your responsibility. No one else is going to create the life you want. It's up to you. When you wake up and say, I am responsible, you're taking control. You're telling yourself that you have the power to shape your day, your future, your life. Number 2, I can learn anything. In this rapidly changing world, the ability to learn is more valuable than any specific skill. When you tell yourself you can learn anything, you're opening doors of opportunity. You're preparing your mind to be receptive to new ideas, new skills, new possibilities. Number 3, today I will make progress. Progress, not perfection, should be your goal. When you focus on making progress, you're setting yourself up for success. You're acknowledging that every step forward, no matter how small, is valuable. It's not about leaps and bounds, it's about consistent daily progress. Number 4, I choose to be positive. Positivity is a choice, and it's a powerful one. When you choose to be positive, you're not denying the existence of problems or challenges. You're choosing to approach them with optimism and hope. You're choosing to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Number 5, I am grateful for what I have. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. When you start your day by expressing gratitude, you're shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. You're reminding yourself of the abundance in your life, and that mindset of abundance attracts more good things. Number 6, I will add value to others. Success isn't just about what you get, it's about what you give. When you commit to adding value to others, you're setting yourself up for true success. You're preparing your mind to look for ways to contribute, to make a difference, to leave things better than you found them. Number 7, I embrace challenges. Challenges are not roadblocks, they're opportunities for growth. When you tell yourself you embrace challenges, you're preparing your mind to see difficulties as chances to learn, to improve, to become stronger. You're telling yourself that you're not afraid of what the day might bring. Number 8, my potential is limitless. You are capable of so much more than you realize. When you remind yourself that your potential is limitless, you're opening your mind to possibilities. You're giving yourself permission to dream big, to set ambitious goals, to reach for the stars. And number 9, today is a gift and I will make the most of it. This is about living in the present. It's about recognizing the value of each day, each moment. When you tell yourself you'll make the most of today, you're committing to living fully, to squeezing every ounce of opportunity out of the 24 hours you've been given. Now let's dive deeper into each of these lines and explore why they're so powerful, why they can change the trajectory of your day, and ultimately, your life. Let's start with I am responsible. This is the foundation of personal development. When you accept responsibility for your life, you're taking the reins. You're no longer a victim of circumstances. You're the author of your story. Think about it. How many people do you know who are always blaming others for their problems? Their boss, the economy, their upbringing, their spouse. There's always someone or something to blame. But successful people, they take a different approach. They look in the mirror and say, I am responsible. When you say I am responsible, you're acknowledging that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. You're telling yourself that your actions, your decisions, your choices, they matter. They shape your reality. This mindset is empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life. But here's the thing, responsibility isn't just about taking the blame when things go wrong. It's about taking credit when things go right. It's about recognizing that your successes are the result of your efforts, your decisions, your perseverance. When you say, I am responsible, you're also saying, I am capable. You're affirming your ability to create the life you want. Now, let's move on to I can learn anything. In today's world, change is the only constant. The skills that are valuable today might be obsolete tomorrow, but if you can learn, you can adapt. If you can learn, you can grow. If you can learn, you can thrive in any environment. When you tell yourself, I can learn anything, you're cultivating a growth mindset. You're telling your brain to be open, to be curious, to be hungry for knowledge. You're preparing yourself to face new challenges with confidence, knowing that even if you don't have the skills right now, you can acquire them. Think about the most successful people you know. I bet they're all lifelong learners. They're always reading, always asking questions, always seeking to understand more. They don't see their abilities as fixed, they see them as flexible, expandable, growable. But learning isn't just about acquiring new skills or knowledge. It's about being willing to challenge your assumptions, to question your beliefs, to step out of your comfort zone. When you say, I can learn anything, you're giving yourself permission to make mistakes, to fail, to stumble, because that's how we learn. You're telling yourself that it's okay not to know everything as long as you're willing to learn. Now let's talk about today, I will make progress. This is about momentum. It's about moving forward even if it's just an inch. Because here's the truth, success isn't about making huge leaps. It's about taking small steps consistently over time. When you focus on making progress, you're setting yourself up for success. You're acknowledging that every step forward, no matter how small, is valuable. It's not about leaps and bounds, it's about steady, consistent movement in the right direction. Think about it this way. If you improve just 1% every day, over the course of a year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the power of compound growth. That's the power of consistent progress. But here's the key. You have to define what progress means to you. It might be reading one page of a book. It might be making one sales call. It might be writing one paragraph of your novel. Whatever it is, when you commit to making progress every day, you're building momentum. You're creating habits. You're inching closer to your goals. And remember, progress isn't always linear. Some days you might take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's okay. As long as you're moving forward overall, you're making progress. Now let's move on to I choose to be positive. This is about your attitude, your mindset, your outlook on life. And make no mistake, it is a choice. You can choose to focus on the negative, or you can choose to focus on the positive. You can choose to see problems, or you can choose to see opportunities. When you choose to be positive, you're not denying the existence of problems or challenges. You're not living in a fantasy world where everything is perfect. Instead, you're choosing to approach challenges with optimism and hope. You're choosing to believe that solutions exist, that good things are possible, that you have the ability to overcome obstacles. Positivity is powerful. It changes how you see the world, and it changes how the world sees you. Positive people are more resilient. They bounce back faster from setbacks. They're more creative in finding solutions. They're more attractive to others. People want to be around positive energy. But here's the thing, positivity isn't about ignoring reality. It's about reframing it. It's about looking for the silver lining, the lesson, the opportunity in every situation. When you choose to be positive, you're choosing to focus on what you can control rather than what you can't. Next, let's talk about I am grateful for what I have. Gratitude is a game changer. It's the antidote to dissatisfaction, to envy, to the constant desire for more. When you start your day by expressing gratitude, you're shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Think about it, we live in a world that's constantly telling us we need more. More money, more stuff, more success, more followers. It's easy to get caught up in that mindset, to always be chasing the next thing. But when you practice gratitude, you're reminding yourself of the abundance that already exists in your life. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel good, it changes your brain. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can increase happiness, reduce depression, improve sleep, boost immune function, and even increase longevity. It's like a superpower that's available to all of us if we choose to use it. But gratitude isn't just about the big things. It's about appreciating the small things too. The warmth of the sun on your face, the taste of your morning coffee, the smile of a loved one. When you train yourself to notice and appreciate these small moments, you're training yourself to see the beauty and wonder that exists all around you. Now, let's move on to I will add value to others. This is about contribution. It's about recognizing that true success isn't just about what you get. It's about what you give. When you commit to adding value to others, you're setting yourself up for true, lasting success. Think about the most successful people you know. I bet they're not just taking from the world, they're giving back. They're creating products or services that solve problems. They're sharing knowledge. They're mentoring others. They're making a difference in their communities. When you focus on adding value, you're shifting your mindset from what can I get to what can I give. And here's the paradox. The more you give, the more you receive. It's not always in a direct transactional way, but when you consistently add value to others, you build relationships. You build a reputation. You build a network of people who want to see you succeed. Adding value doesn't have to be grand gestures. It can be as simple as offering a word of encouragement, sharing a helpful resource, or taking the time to really listen to someone. The key is to make it a daily practice, to always be looking for ways to contribute, to make things better. Next, let's talk about I embrace challenges. This is about your attitude towards difficulties, towards obstacles, towards the things that make most people want to give up. When you tell yourself you embrace challenges, you're preparing your mind to see difficulties as opportunities for growth. Challenges are inevitable. They're a part of life, a part of any worthwhile pursuit. The question is, how do you respond to them? Do you see them as roadblocks, as reasons to quit? Or do you see them as chances to learn, to improve, to become stronger? When you embrace challenges, you're telling yourself that you're not afraid of what the day might bring. You're saying, bring it on. I can handle it. I will grow from this. This mindset is crucial for success in any area of life. Think about it. Every skill you've ever mastered, every achievement you're proud of, it came through overcoming challenges. The challenges are what made you stronger, smarter, more capable. They're not your enemy. They're your teacher. But embracing challenges doesn't mean you have to love them in the moment. It doesn't mean you won't feel frustrated or discouraged at times. It means you recognize their value. It means you're willing to push through the discomfort because you know that's where growth happens. Now let's move on to my potential is limitless. This is about believing in yourself, in your ability to grow, to learn, to achieve great things. When you remind yourself that your potential is limitless, you're opening your mind to possibilities. Too often we put limits on ourselves. We say things like, I'm not good at math, or I'm not a creative person, or I could never do that. But the truth is, you are capable of so much more than you realize. Your brain has an incredible capacity for growth and change. You can develop new skills, new habits, new ways of thinking. When you tell yourself your potential is limitless, you're giving yourself permission to dream big. You're telling yourself that it's okay to set ambitious goals, to reach for the stars. You're saying, why not me? Why can't I achieve great things? But here's the key. Recognizing your limitless potential isn't about instant transformation. It's about believing in your ability to grow over time. It's about being willing to put in the work, to keep learning, to keep pushing yourself. It's about understanding that your current abilities are not your final abilities. And finally, let's talk about today as a gift, and I will make the most of it. This is about living in the present. It's about recognizing the value of each day, each moment. When you tell yourself you'll make the most of today, you're committing to living fully, to squeezing every ounce of opportunity out of the 24 hours you've been given. We often get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. But the truth is, the present moment is all we really have. It's where life happens. It's where we have the power to act, to change, to make a difference. When you approach each day as a gift, you're more likely to appreciate it. You're more likely to use it wisely. You're more likely to seize opportunities, to take action, to live with purpose and intention. Making the most of each day doesn't mean you have to be productive every minute. It means being present. It means being intentional about how you spend your time and energy. It means recognizing that each day is a chance to move closer to your goals, to become a better version of yourself, to make a positive impact on the world around you. Now, let's talk about how these 9 lines work together to create a powerful mindset for success. When you start your day by saying, I am responsible, you're taking ownership of your life. You're saying, I have the power to shape my day, my future, my life. Then, when you say, I can learn anything, you're opening yourself up to growth and possibility. You're preparing your mind to be receptive to new ideas, new skills, new opportunities. When you commit to making progress, you're setting yourself up for success. You're acknowledging that every step forward, no matter how small, is valuable. You're focusing on consistent daily improvement. By choosing to be positive, you're setting the tone for your day. You're choosing to approach challenges with optimism and hope. You're choosing to see opportunities where others might see obstacles. When you express gratitude for what you have, you're shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. You're reminding yourself of the abundance in your life, and that mindset of abundance attracts more good things. By committing to add value to others, you're setting yourself up for true success. You're preparing your mind to look for ways to contribute, to make a difference, to leave things better than you found them. When you tell yourself you embrace challenges, you're preparing your mind to see difficulties as chances to learn, to improve, to become stronger. You're telling yourself that you're not afraid of what the day might bring. By reminding yourself that your potential is limitless, you're opening your mind to possibilities. You're giving yourself permission to dream big, to set ambitious goals, to reach for the stars. And finally, by recognizing that today is a gift and committing to make the most of it, you're setting yourself up to live fully, to seize opportunities, to make a difference. These 9 lines work together to create a powerful mindset. They cover all the bases: responsibility, growth, progress, attitude, gratitude, contribution, resilience, potential, and presence. When you start your day with these affirmations, you're programming your mind for success. But here's the thing, saying these lines once isn't enough. The power comes from repetition, from making this a daily practice. It's about rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways, establishing new thought patterns. At first it might feel awkward or unnatural. You might not believe the words you're saying. That's okay. Keep saying them anyway. Because here's the truth. Your mind believes what you tell it, especially if you tell it often enough. Think about it like this. Your mind is like a garden. These 9 lines are the seeds. Every time you say them, you're planting those seeds. Every time you act in alignment with them, you're watering those seeds. Over time, with consistent practice, those seeds will grow into strong, healthy plants, habits, beliefs, ways of thinking that support your success and happiness. But it's not just about saying the words. It's about embodying them. It's about letting them guide your actions throughout the day. When you say, "I am responsible," and then you follow through by taking responsibility for your actions and decisions, you're reinforcing that belief. When you say, "I can learn anything," and then you tackle a new challenge or skill, you're proving to yourself that it's true. And here's another powerful aspect of this practice. It sets the tone for your day. By starting your morning with these positive, empowering affirmations, you're creating a foundation of positivity and purpose. You're priming your mind to look for opportunities, to embrace challenges, to add value to others. But let's be real, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. There will be days when things don't go as planned. There will be setbacks, disappointments, failures. That's where the real power of this practice comes in. Because when you've been consistently practicing these affirmations, you have a foundation to fall back on. You have tools to help you navigate the tough times. When you face a setback, you can remind yourself, "I am responsible." This isn't about blame, it's about empowerment. It's about asking, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow?" When you encounter a challenge that seems insurmountable, you can tell yourself, "I can learn anything." This reminds you that you have the capacity to acquire the skills and knowledge needed to overcome this obstacle. When progress seems slow or non-existent, you can affirm, "Today I will make progress." This shifts your focus from how far you have to go to the small steps you can take right now. When negativity tries to creep in, you can choose to be positive. This doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means approaching them with a constructive mindset. When you're feeling lacking or dissatisfied, you can practice gratitude. This helps you recognize the abundance that already exists in your life. When you're feeling self-absorbed or stuck, you can commit to adding value to others. This shifts your focus outward and often leads to unexpected opportunities and growth. When you're facing a daunting challenge, you can remind yourself that you embrace challenges. This reframes difficulties as opportunities for growth and improvement. When self-doubt creeps in, you can affirm that your potential is limitless. This opens your mind to possibilities and encourages you to dream big. And when you're feeling overwhelmed by the past or future, you can remind yourself that today is a gift and commit to making the most of it. This brings you back to the present moment where you have the power to act and create change. These 9 lines are more than just positive affirmations. They're a blueprint for success. They encompass the key mindsets and attitudes that successful people cultivate. By practicing them daily, you're not just starting your day on a positive note, you're shaping your mindset, your actions, and ultimately, your life. Remember, success isn't about luck or talent, it's about consistency. It's about the small actions you take every day. It's about the thoughts you choose to focus on, the attitudes you cultivate, the habits you develop. By starting each day with these 9 lines, you're setting yourself up for success. You're creating a foundation of positivity, responsibility, growth, and purpose. You're programming your mind to look for opportunities, to embrace challenges, to add value to others. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. For the next 30 days, start your morning by speaking these 9 lines to yourself. Write them down. Put them somewhere you'll see them every day. Make them a part of your morning routine. And as you go through your day, look for opportunities to put these affirmations into action. When you face a challenge, remind yourself that you embrace challenges. When you have a chance to help someone, remember your commitment to add value to others. When you achieve something, no matter how small, acknowledge the progress you've made. At the end of those 30 days, take stock. Notice how your mindset has shifted. Notice how you approach challenges differently. Notice how you feel more in control of your life, more positive, more grateful. Because here's the truth, your life is shaped by your thoughts and your actions. And these 9 lines, when practiced consistently, have the power to transform both. So I challenge you, start tomorrow morning. Speak these 9 lines to yourself. Believe them. Act on them. And watch as they begin to shape your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. Remember, you are responsible. You can learn anything. You will make progress. You choose to be positive. You are grateful for what you have. You will add value to others. You embrace challenges. Your potential is limitless. And today is a gift that you will make the most of. These are not just words. They are seeds of transformation. Plant them in your mind every morning, nurture them throughout the day, and watch as they grow into a life of success, fulfillment, and purpose. The choice is yours. The power is within you. Will you accept the challenge? Will you commit to this practice? Will you take control of your mindset and by extension your life? I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe that you have the power to create the life you want. But it starts with you. It starts with the words you speak to yourself. It starts with these 9 lines. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, before you do anything else, speak these lines to yourself. Say them with conviction. Believe them. And then go out and live them. Because when you change your words, you change your mindset. When you change your mindset, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your life. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to take control of your life. One morning at a time. One affirmation at a time. One action at a time. You have the power. You have the potential. You have everything you need within you right now. All you need to do is tap into it, nurture it, and let it grow. So let these 9 lines be your guide. Let them be your foundation. Let them be the spark that ignites the fire of transformation in your life. Because you are capable of amazing things. You are worthy of success and happiness. You have the power to create the life you want. It all starts with the words you speak to yourself. It all starts with these 9 lines. It all starts tomorrow morning. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you committed? The choice is yours. The power is yours. The future is yours. Speak these lines, believe these lines, live these lines, and watch as your life transforms one day at a time, one affirmation at a time, one action at a time. You've got this. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. Start tomorrow. Start with these 9 lines. Start creating the life you want, the life you deserve. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And your journey to success, fulfillment, and purpose begins with these 9 lines. Speak them, believe them, live them. Your future self will thank you.